So let's go through how to recalibrate your pH. Here we have our pH probe. They're very solid probes made by American Marine. How they arrive is they have this cap here that keeps the probe, the bulb itself, always wet. And it's in a pH of 4 solution. Sometimes you can see some of the salt, some of that solution has come out, and it's totally fine and normal if you notice it. Before you put your probe into your system, you want to remove this cap. Now we have the cap off. You can see this is the bulb itself, and that is what you use to read pH. To recalibrate, you need 2 buffer solutions. You need a 4.0, and you need something that's higher than 4. 7 is often a common one. Today we're going to use 9. You can even use the water in your system in an independent pH probe. What you do is you take your probe out of your system. You take some of your buffer solution, you make sure that the probe is sitting fully in the solution, and then you wait. How this works is the probe sits in the solution, and you actually use the raw data from the OsmoBot to recalibrate it. So every 15 minutes your unit's going to take up a reading, and then we can go online to see what that last raw data reading point was for this 4.0 solution, and then take that reading and enter it into the database so it can correct the algorithm should the probe need recalibration.
Now let's get back to your dashboard. We're going to need to scroll down and click Calibrate/Adjust pH. Here at the bottom of the screen we can see our latest raw data reading. It's a little bit lower than our current calibration, so we'll take that raw data reading and enter it under the 4 pH calibration number, make sure temperature compensation is off, and hit save. Now we're back to our main page, and we can actually see that the calibration has taken effect.
You'll do the same thing for that higher pH. Unlike the 4.0, you don't have to use a set pH solution. You can use a 9.0 like we have here. You can use a 7.0, which is very common. You can use the water in your system, or you can just use tap water. If you're using not an established buffer solution where you know the pH, you need to read that pH with an independent probe that you trust and be able to enter that onto the database, which I'll show you how to do in a sec.
So for that higher pH buffer solution, you'll use the top 2 tabs. This one is the actual pH of that solution. So we're mocking like we're using a 7.0 here. And the bottom, you put your raw data.